Hey, okay, so I don't know why I decided to do this video, but I think it's just because a lot of us know that here in Walla Walla, emotions are really high with everyone for a lot of different reasons, and most of them I've noticed are based on society and what society's been like, and I know that we are society, but I think we all add on to each other and work against each other, and we all create our own little different problems with each other. So I'm doing this video, and I think it would be pretty cool if a lot of other people did it. And I just came up with 5 different things that I would do if it weren't for society being the way that it is, like being so judgmental and all that other stuff. So 5 things that I would do if society wasn't the way that it is right now. So I'm just gonna get started. The first thing that I wrote down was, I think that if it wasn't how it is today, I would be able to say how I feel easier and be honest with everyone. Like, if I was just having a really, really bad day, I feel like I could, I could tell people and not worry that people are going to be like, oh my god, what is she complaining about? Like, she just needs to stop and all that stuff, just because we all have bad days, and sometimes we don't want to talk about it, but other times we just want somebody to talk to. And now I feel like we can't really do that as easily because, there is people that want to reach out and they want to talk to you and help you, but then there's other people who just look down on you for saying that, you just had a bad day. So I think that I would be able to tell my feelings much more easily if, society wasn't like it is. So the second thing I wrote is that I don't think that I would worry as much. And that's a really general statement. Like, there's nothing like specifically I feel like the worries would go away. I feel like it would be so many different things. Like, I feel like I wouldn't worry about going to school and worry about not knowing what's going on, or, what if I miss something and I'm the stupid one because I don't know what's going on or something like that. I feel like I wouldn't worry about it, just because, everybody would be in my position, or, it just wouldn't be as big of a deal. So the third thing that I wrote is, I don't think that I would be embarrassed. Okay, so this is once again a really general statement, but I wrote this because nowadays, if you say something, if you have an opinion about something and you say it, which is a big thing to do. I mean, nobody even wants to raise their hand in class anymore just because they're like, what if I'm wrong? And, everybody's going to laugh at me and stuff like that. But I feel like if I had an opinion that nobody else agreed with, I wouldn't be as scared to share it, because I feel like people wouldn't be, as judgmental. If they weren't as judgmental, I would feel more comfortable sharing what I thought. If I disagreed with somebody, I could actually say why I disagreed and say my opinion and everything like that. But I feel like right now I'm not able to, or going to school sick and not wearing makeup or anything, people are be like, why does she look like that? And that's kind of a crappy thing, because once again, we all have our bad days, and there's days where I don't want to get out of bed in the morning. I don't want to put on clothes like jeans and, a shirt. I'd rather just wear a sweatshirt and sweats and slippers and call it good. And I feel almost obligated to, try to improve my appearance as best as possible, even though I don't want to, because I feel like society almost overrules my own decision, my own thoughts. And I know that isn't how it should be, but I don't know, I feel like if I don't get ready and look nice and then I go to school, I'm going to regret it, and then there's no going back then, and and then you're just like, okay, well, I'm never going to do this again, even if it would have gone good the next time. You're not going to try it again because it didn't go good the first time. Okay, so the fourth thing that I said is I think that if society was different, and I also think that a lot of other people wouldn't be as nervous to like reach out to other people. Like if somebody is picking on the underdog, you know, it's like a 2%, 3% chance that somebody's actually going to stand up for them, because the first instinct that a lot of people have to do is jump on and make fun of them too for whatever reason. And maybe because that's the easier choice. It's so much easier to just jump on the bandwagon and, you know, hurt other people like that because everybody else is doing it too. But if society wasn't so harsh, I think that I would be able to actually say something to people, and, you know, I think it would just be so much better. But now I feel like if you think that somebody better than you is picking on another person, you think that they're right. So you continually add on to what they're saying, and then more people join in, and more and more and more. And then you have this one person that's like, I have no friends, nobody's standing up for me, and that's a really, really crappy feeling. So I really wish that society would change that. And the last thing that I said is I feel like if society wasn't like it is, I feel like I would be able to open up a lot more about things that I go through that I think that a lot of other people probably go through too. And a lot of the things that I've heard is that people look at me when I'm having a bad day, like I said, put it on Facebook for whatever reason. Don't do that anymore. It's a bad idea. People look at me and, you know, they just think she has a perfect life. She has nothing to complain about. She has, you know, all this stuff. She has, you know, a house. She has food. She has all the necessities and everything like that. And I do have everything that I need, but even if somebody has everything they need, of course there's still going to be things that they want. So I feel like some of the things that I go through, I really, really wish that, you know, the people who look at me and think that I'm just perfect and I just have a perfect life and everything like that, if I, you know, I could just open up to them and be like, no, this is what's going on. This is why I'm upset. And they're like, oh, you know, I didn't realize that. I'm sorry. And, you know, you can't really do that because even if you tell them what's truly going on, it's almost as if you're complaining to them and you're complaining about your life or whatever. So, I mean, I just wish that, you know, I've felt comfortable telling people why I'm upset without them feeling like I was just complaining about what a terrible life that I have. So that was the last thing that I wrote. And, you know, like I said, I don't really know what the point of making this video was, but maybe to open some people's eyes and kind of, I don't know, just realize, just from my point of view, how I see it. And I think it would be cool if other people shared their 5 things that they would change about, well, the 5 things that they think that would be different if society was different. So I hope you guys like this, and if you don't, please don't comment mean things on this, because we just talked about, you know, being mean and being judgmental. So, yeah, so if you guys make a video, be sure to, like, message me or tag me in the video, because I would love to watch them, and I hope this opens some people's eyes.